Let me give it to you. Come take this with me.
Hello and welcome to Caribbean Vibrations, TV's hottest Caribbean show. I'm your host, Alain. Today we have a really jam-packed show. Today we're coming to you live and direct from the Toronto Auto Show. Plus, we sit down with Carl Cassell, the owner of Harlem Restaurant, to talk about the great soul food they serve, as well as we got a wicked car-themed video, Yacht Step Medley. And we're going to interview the CEO and president of GM Canada, Mr. Kevin Williams. But first up, some scenes from Toronto Auto Show. You're watching Caribbean Vibrations. We're here at the Toronto International Auto Show. I just happened to see one of my friends, Herman, a writer for the Caribbean Camera, but first and foremost, he's an auto fanatic. And Herman goes to the Detroit as well as the Toronto show. So first of all, tell us your impressions when you compare the two.
Well, this year, Detroit has held its own. It's a superb show, and it tells you where the U.S. industry is going. Compared to Toronto, Toronto is holding its own as well. 4 years ago, in the slump of the recession, Toronto sparkled, whereas Detroit was dull. I give the Americans credit for what they have done and come back. I mean, the success story is General Motors coming out of bankruptcy. Chrysler, his sales are #2 in Canada right now. And Ford has some superb products. The Focus is a great car, and the new Fusion, I really fell in love with it.
You have some of the new electric models you're seeing out as well too.
Let's call them the hybrids. I think hybrids have a future. As to how far it'll go, we don't know. But right now, no self-respecting auto manufacturer will not produce a hybrid of some sort. And let's face it, Toyota and Lexus are in the forefront.
Hey, you're watching Caribbean Vibrations. We're here at the Toronto International Auto Show, and I just happened to be lucky enough to bounce up on Mr. Chad Hurd from Hyundai like Sunday. Hyundai Canada, and we're actually here to talk to you about a couple different things. Like I said to you before, I had some friends when Hyundai first came into the market. They bought a Pony, bought a Stellar, but this is a long way from that. So tell us about the new models you guys have coming out.
Right, so this is actually our 30th year in Canada. So there's a whole generation of people who've never heard of the Stellar or the Pony, which is great. So we've actually come a very long way, as you said. We actually won an award this morning for our Hyundai Santa Fe, Canadian Utility Vehicle of the Year, which is great because it's the first time we've ever won an award for a but we've also won twice for our cars as well. So we're really bringing to market cars with great style, great fuel efficiency, a lot of great features that people actually want, and really solid quality behind them.
Now, actually, you spoke about the Santa Fe, and my friend does have one of those, but also the Veracruz is gone. So what do you guys replace it with?
So you're right, Veracruz is gone as of this year. So what we're doing is we're taking that Santa Fe that has some great nameplate recognition and extending it. So we've got a long wheelbase version of the Santa Fe, we call it the Santa Fe XL, coming to market within about 6 to 8 weeks. And it'll allow for both 6 and 7 passenger seating.
Now, you guys have really changed around your styling cues, and you've really pushed the elements of design with the Genesis and things like that. But we're standing beside a vehicle now that it's a concept vehicle, but it's beautiful. And can you tell me a little bit about it?
Right, so what we've got here is the HCD14 Genesis concept. So we asked our designers, okay, if we had to redesign the Genesis and Equus, what would those look like? What would that future vehicle look like? So they gave us this car, and they're using it as the guidepost as we start to redesign our premium models and to really pump up that styling impact in our premium cars.
You're watching Caribbean Vibrations. It's your host, Alan. I'm here inside the beautiful Harlem Underground with the proprietor, Mr. Carl Cassell. How you doing, Carl?
Very well, my friend. Very.
You're watching Caribbean Vibrations. Give us a call at 416-451-8800
8596 or email us at caribbeanvibrationstv@gmail.com.
The Caribbean Kings Bakery is the place to get your Caribbean baked goods and foods. From turnovers to egg bread, we have all the best baked goods, plus we have an amazing selection of jerk chicken, roti, and so much more West Indian dishes. We're located at 2300 Western Road at Finch. Call us at 416-745-7979. Now you know what
Y'all fit on up in a dance and wind up your body like you're sure so your body not drop off. Y'all when afraid if I y'all this, you are this your friend. Something in a purse for your pop off. Me no like coward y'all. Goody girl out of style from 99. So when you see me in the street whether night or day, is a bad girl me walk me fine. Cause me love y'all when ba 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 yeah. Ba 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 y'all. Ba 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 ba.
You're watching Caribbean Vibrations. It's your host, Alain. I'm here inside the beautiful Harlem Underground with the proprietor, Mr. Carl Cassell. How you doing, Carl?
Very well, my friend. Very well. Good to see you again.
Of course. Now, we were here a long time ago. In the previous incarnation, Irie Food Joint.
I remember it very well. It was a long time ago.
Now, tell me the concept of Harlem Underground, because, I mean, this is Black History Month, and this is one of the restaurants that's been around for a minute. Not even a minute. Between Irie and Harlem, you've been around for over 10 years. Sorry, 12. So tell us about the concept that is Harlem Underground.
Well, Harlem was a kind of an offshoot of Irie, actually. We opened the first one on the east side in 2007. Essentially, it was a space that we found that Irie had a lot of live music and a lot of live entertainment. That, you know, the space, as comfy as it is, wasn't really designed to focus on live entertainment. So we built a space in the west and the east side that could house it, you know. Decided to call that Harlem because of, you know, kind of extending the name, the idea of Black entertainment in the city, you know what I mean? So it's like go beyond the Caribbean genre and like encompass all Black people in North America. Harlem was a suitable name because we try to look at it from the perspective of the Harlem Renaissance, all right? Coming out in the 1920s. And my grandfather was also in Harlem in the 1920s. My grandfather actually was one of the few cats that came back on the Black Star lineup from Harlem. So that was the impetus to name it Harlem, you know what I mean? For me, it encompassed, it was way more than just being a Caribbean vibe, you know? It was fully now North American in that sense, covering all the diaspora. You know, that was the impetus behind it. Yeah.
Now, I got a chance to taste some really good food today. So tell us a little bit about your menu, because I know people love their food, and I want you to tell them about the menu.
Well, our menu was designed by a very good friend of ours,
Mr. Tony Mayer.
Mr. Tony Mayer, who was one of our first chefs. He designed our menu. Essentially, it's Southern American South cuisine, Southern fried chicken, jambalaya, you know, keeping within that genre, but we do it with a Caribbean twist to it, you know, because we can't escape who we are as well, you know. But we use very similar spices. Actually, our use of spices, I would say, is a little bit more refined, you know. Our approach to it is a lot more refined, and that essentially is what's behind the menu, you know, really solid chef, you know. Tony was wicked, man. It was a good time.
Tony's very proud. He's very happy. He's chilling in Jamaica.
Yes, he is.
Now, people, if they want to have a party or find out more information about not just Harlem Underground, but Harlem, how do they contact you guys?
You can get to us by the web, www.harlemrestaurant.com. Email is info@harlemrestaurant.com. We've got both websites, both Harlem East and Harlem West are on the website. You can reserve online. Pretty much a lot of our business actually comes from online booking. You know, we're very active online. It's the new way to go these days.
Now, last but not least, some people know, but they don't know. I've known you for a minute. Tell us a little bit about your artwork and the impetus behind that.
I haven't had a show in 7 years. Yeah, man.
Remember back then when you had the hair?
Yeah. It's you know, it's actually I'm going back into it. You know, it's just I've been doing a lot of construction lately. This is my other passion, you know. But I will be doing a show soon. You know, I'll be getting back into the studio and like banging out some beautiful pieces in the next while. The Vanguard series will make a comeback for sure. For sure, there's a lot more talent in the city than when I did it 7 years ago. You know.
Well, thank you for your time. We appreciate it. And of course, we appreciate the food. Don't forget to come check out Harlem Underground on the west side, Harlem on the east side, and you're watching Caribbean Vibrations.
You're watching Caribbean Vibrations. Give us a call at 416-451-8596 or email us at caribbeanvibrationstv@gmail.com.
This segment is brought to you by Two Line Music Hub, your best stop for Caribbean music, CDs, DVDs, and gear. Call us at 416-264-3999. Sucks Entertainment and Courthouse presents Bigger is Better, inside the Courthouse, 57 Adelaide Street, Toronto. Let the music set you free. Live performance by JJ Gucci and music by resident DJ Sarah Sims. For info, call 647-381-2692. Saturday, February 23rd, it's Spice It Up, Grenade Independence Party featuring Olympic gold medalist Karani James. All happening inside 6 Degrees, 2335 Yonge Street, Toronto. For info, 416-595-1343. Saturday, February 24th, Grenada Tourism Board of Canada presents the Expo and Showcase at the Brown & Bloomer in Toronto Reference Library, 789 Yonge Street. An event showcasing the land, people, and the culture. For info, email granindependence@gmail.com. Saturday, March 23rd is 6 Love Jones Therapy, hosted by Sweets. All happening at 227 Lounge, 137 City View Drive in Etobicoke. For info, call 416-889-8280. Urban Alliance on Race Relations presents Making Noise, Learn, Act, Heal Conference. All happening in Oakham House and Ryerson University. Something you got to check out in the community. For info, call 416-703-6607, Extension 3, or urbanalliance.ca. This one is dedicated to
stronger, faster, better, more fuel efficient, with the highest level of reliability, the highest technology, and the ability to give the customer what they want.
You're watching Caribbean Vibrations. Give us a call at 416-451-8596 or email us at caribbeanvibrationstv@gmail.com.
Now available at Island Mix Restaurant and Lounge in Pickering, Durham's best authentic West Indian brunch. Every Saturday and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. All of your back home favorites such as bygone choka, tomato choka, smoked herring, saltfish, and more. Served with your choice of bake, paratha, or sada roti. Enjoy complimentary tea or coffee while you wait. In Pickering, call us at 905-831-1MIX. That's 905-831-1649. Come, taste the mix. Islandmix.ca. Check us on the web. www.islandmix.ca.
We are at the Toronto International 2014 Auto Show. We're going to show you some of the things that you might want to buy next year. Check this out.
It's a Jamaican thing. We have some fun. Rain or sun. It's a Jamaican thing. We smoke all day. We smoke all night. It's a Jamaican thing. From them see how we fall. They know who we are. It's not Jamaica. For the girl them where we theater. How we get real money maker. We born now intimidator. We don't want some perpetrator. Now them they have to later. And if I go at anything, get me go behind that taker. In this stand of day, certain games we don't play. We don't feel like the lamb and Luga sig and again. So comes what may, perpetrator gets sprayed. Not this on the other one.
Time we've had the pleasure of interviewing Mr. Kevin Williams from GM Canada, but now we're in your element. We are here at the auto show, and we just saw, I think it's a really nice car. No, I think it's a beautiful car. So tell me a little bit about 2014 Stingray.
Yeah, this is the most contemporary, most refined Corvette that we've ever done. And we built this car with one perspective in mind, one challenge in mind, creating an attainable sports car that can compete against the world's best cars and make that car attainable for an everyday person. And that's what this car is all about. And it's been designed from top to bottom. And what we say, without being overly aggressive, we'll put this car up against any sports car, any performance car anywhere in the world, and we feel confident that we'll win. What we're doing at General Motors, at Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, and Cadillac is over the next 12, 15 months, we're going to turn over about 80% of our total portfolio, meaning 80% of our cars and trucks and crossovers will be brand new. And that's just changing the brand, making our cars more contemporary, making them stronger, faster, better, more fuel efficient, with the highest level of reliability, the highest technology, and the ability to give the customer what they want in terms of connectivity, in terms of comfort, sound, quietness, you name it. That's what the new GM's about. And we say it's a simple vision. Just design, build, and sell the world's best vehicles again, and we'll win as a company. That's what we're about.
The last time we spoke was last year in February, and you guys were just debuting the Volt. So tell us about the Volt. I mean, it's gone through some success this year, so we want to know a bit more about the Volt.
Yeah, well, the Chevrolet Volt is a transformational technology. And you know when you get transformational technologies right because your competition starts to copy you. So we were the first to do what we call an extended range electric vehicle. Because people that drive electric vehicles have one concern. What happens if I'm driving my car and the battery runs out and I'm 2 kilometers away from home? Some of our competitors simply say, call 1-800 tow truck and they'll get you the rest of the way home. We have an innovative system that is an onboard engine that's an engine generator that creates electricity inside of the car. And that electricity is restored to the battery. So we extend the range from what most electric vehicles are, somewhere in the 80 to 100 kilometer range. We extend that to about 580 kilometers.
Now my final question for you is, what would you say to consumers who haven't tried GM in a while? Why should they try GM in its product line?
Well, I'm pretty clear. GM had a mission, and we've been working it for the last number of years post-restructuring to create the best products in the world, to create the highest reliability in the world, and to give the customer a awesome ownership experience. And there was a lot of people that wouldn't consider us in the past because they didn't think we had those things. But today, we are the best of the best at doing it, and we just want people to come and give us a try, and I think they'll be absolutely amazed. We're a company, particularly in our communities, that are connected. We are not just talking about being connected to community. We're doing it with our dollars, with our sponsorships, with our ability to serve the diverse communities of Canada. And we're doing that better than anybody else. And we want those communities to also know that we're here for them with the best products, the best technology, and the best customer experience.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching Caribbean Vibrations. I hope you enjoyed this week's show, coming live and direct from the Toronto Auto Show. We'll see you next week on Caribbean Vibrations.
We have some fun. Rain or sun, it's a Jamaican thing. We smoke all day, we smoke all night. It's a Jamaican thing. From them see how we fall, they know who we are. It's a Jamaica, we got them where we theater.